Sharper Point Commentary, presented by Schwartz Laser Eye Center.
The Drug Enforcement Administration says that the number of fentanyl seizures in 2023 was the most in a single year, and that most of the fentanyl pills seized last year were seized in Arizona. The DEA releasing a report yesterday that shows more than 77 million fentanyl pills and nearly 12,000 pounds of fentanyl powder were seized across the country in 2023. That was enough to kill every American. And the DEA says that more than 40 million of those 77 million fentanyl pills were seized here in Arizona. About 52% of all fentanyl pills seized across America seized right here in Arizona. Leading Sherry Oz, the agent in charge of the DEA's Phoenix office, to tell our TV partners at ABC 15, when referencing Arizona and fentanyl,
gateway is the exact right word. We are finding cases in Arizona linked to every single state in the United States.
A heartbroken Arizona mom gave testimony yesterday during the House impeachment inquiry into Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
His wide-open border policy allows massive quantities of poisonous fentanyl into our country.
Josephine Dunn of Prescott lost her 26-year-old daughter after she mistakenly ingested fentanyl. So I asked NBC News chief political analyst Chuck Todd if he expects the House to actually impeach Mayorkas. And he says, well, if they do, it's kind of like punching the wall. It may feel good in the moment and it may relieve some frustration.
But you've actually just done more damage and you probably set the whole operation back.
That is true. If the operation is codenamed Operation Open Border, then maybe jettisoning Mayorkas is not a bad thing. But if it's a case where the head of Homeland Security is taken out just as the money needed to deal with the flood in drugs and human beings illegally crossing our border, then that's another thing altogether. And now that Senate Republicans look like they have come to a compromise on border security funding, former President Trump is telling House Republicans to not take the deal.
If the House kills it, then suddenly House Republicans have impeached Mayorkas, not passed a bill to try to solve the problem. It has the potential to boomerang on them politically.
But solving the border problem is problematic for political campaign fundraising. It takes away a big talking point for politicians who would have nothing to point to as something you need saving from that they will save you from. Meanwhile, Democrats like Joe Biden need to keep their mouths shut if they finally do treat the border the way it should be treated, because he risks losing the support of the far left portion of his party. And that's probably why we will keep losing young Americans to fentanyl. Not that even if we spent the entire U.S. budget on border security, could we keep all of these drugs out. But shouldn't that be the stated goal?
Thanks for watching Sharper Point. Click to see more from Arizona's morning news and tap the button in the middle to subscribe.